gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Hey, welcome back to the Troll Podcast, where we trash the trolls so you don't have to reach in, pull it out, hop aboard the troller holster. We're taking a ride to the spit pit. I'm here, one of your hosts. I am the king of Quick Trip, the Hellwell Mayor. I'm on that gas station gestation. I'm Mike Lester. With me, as always, he's all drizzle, no fizzle. In between his cheeks, you can hear it sizzle. It's Ben Katzner. Ben, what's going on, Ben? Where are we at, Ben?
Oh, man. It just gets better and better every time. I'm always surprised. The guests never have any idea what's going on.
I thought it was impressive.
It's amazing. It really is impressive. It's the best thing I've ever seen. Hey, Mike, thanks for being here. I love you.
Thank you. I love you,
It's
too.
going to be a great pod. Who do we got with us today?
Today we have Sammy Anzer and Salma Zaky. Did I say it okay? Did I say it all right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And producer Neil. What up, Neil?
Producer Neil. What's
What's up,
up,
Neil?
Neil?
Neil doesn't have a mic.
Neil, I love you. Just did Neil's great, fun new show.
Oh, yeah?
Wednesday, Neil's got a new weekly comedy show.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's at a mall.
That's great.
Take that, House of Comedy. We're fucking coming for you. Okay. Rick Bronson.
Okay. We're doing another episode where we just call out people who could give us money.
Oh, Mo Mendel.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Well, we don't have to get back into it.
We don't
That's
have to
fine.
get back into it.
Mike, how are you? Are you good?
I'm doing pretty good. The
Okay.
sun's out, feeling good. No panic attacks lately. It's going pretty good.
All right.
Been talking about in therapy.
That's great.
Oh, that's
yeah.
so cool.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. It's not anxiety attacks, it's panic attacks. Because anxiety attacks, you're triggered by something, and panic attacks just come out of nowhere.
They just well up inside.
I didn't know the difference. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, I learned something.
I
There
did
you
just
go.
learn something.
I didn't
10
want to learn
seconds into
anything,
this.
but yeah.
How are you two doing? This is great. I'm glad you guys are here in Minneapolis. This is fantastic.
I have anxiety attacks.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I do, but we won't talk about it.
We
We're
could.
doing well.
You're
She just answered for me. You don't know how I'm doing.
We're
We're
good.
doing well.
No, I'm doing really well too.
yeah, you're generally always doing pretty well, Sam.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel like
having a
every
great
time I talk
time.
to you, you're doing all right.
Sammy has never had a bad day.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
It's honestly the worst part about you. Yeah, we hate that.
This is great.
You're at Comedy. You guys can't go to this because it'll be done. But they're at Comedy Corner Underground, co-headlining, crushing it, having a good time. They did Darlings. There were like 6 people there, but they crushed it.
There
and
were
it was
7,
great. There
and
were
it was
7.
fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm glad you're in town. I'm glad you do the podcast. Here's
for
how we
having us.
start. Of course. Here's how we start every podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, Ben.
Well, he said
thanks
it,
for
so I
having
can
us.
say it. I feel like
I was in my mind. I was
Yeah,
like,
can't have him just
someone,
say
okay.
it.
I was
Like that-
speaking for both of us.
No, you said
Thanks for
thanks.
having us.
Oh, you did say us.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're both welcome to
Ben,
be
you're
here.
welcome.
You're welcome so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Neil,
you.
you're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Honored. Glad I could show you some birds.
Yeah.
Before we
Oh, yeah. You
started
guys were
rolling.
heavy into bird
Bird and-
stuff.
Yeah, that was quick too. It was
Yeah.
like a minute into our interaction.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
talking about birds.
Yeah.
It
Love
wa-
hobbies.
It wasn't even, do you like birds? It was just like, you got to see this cool bird I saw. It's a ground bird. It doesn't even fly.
Look at the grackle. Look at it.
Yeah, we're talking about warblers, all
Yeah,
types
yeah.
of
Yeah.
fly shit.
Look at the iridescent colors of the grackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike has the skin of a 12-year-old, but the soul of a 120-year-old. So you're going to get some bird talk
The
from him.
skin of a porcelain doll and the soul of some ancient specter that haunts it.
Mike, on that
Oh.
note, has anyone said anything weird to you this
You
week?
know what's interesting, Ben, is last week I got a haircut, I got my
Yeah.
summer mullet,
Yep.
all right?
You
And
want
I,
to take your hat off and show the peeps?
I got a summer mullet, and I showed it to my wife, and she immediately said, just get rid of it.
Oh, no.
This is new.
I've always had a mullet,
Okay.
but also my hairline's receding. So, I just like to rock what I got, But I'm looking at my head more. I think it's almost time. I
What are you
might
gonna
go
do?
full buzzed.
Oh, for
Let
the
my-
summer.
Let my pointy
You
head
used to have
shine.
shorter hair. right?
Yeah.
Back when you were a youth.
But this haircut
I say
was
youth a
also
lot, sorry.
$75, so I might hold on to it as long
yeah,
as
I remember you said, what happened?
Those are female prices.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
How'd
just
you get that? I could say female.
I like you can
We prefer bitches on this podcast, but that's fine.
Yeah, so you went to a host salon?
Yeah, did you?
yeah.
I think you went to a women's salon.
No, it was a barber. He just
Man.
charges, and he always
What color
pre-tips.
skin was?
I was
the
gonna say
barber?
what ethnicity.
He's a white guy.
How much you pay for your haircuts?
Here probably $40.
So.
With tip.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
here
yeah.
we
40 with
go.
tip. Yeah.
The-
So it's like 30 plus tip. I guess.
I tip though.
Yeah. Look
I
at you now.
tip.
Where did that bring you? Back to me. We're at the same place. What are
I
you talking about?
tip.
I tip too.
Yeah.
So what was your? was
You
your?
tipped and you're wearing a hat.
I
which goes-
tip.
so-
Well, we're both wearing hats.
Yeah, my guy fucked my hair up. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, my guy
That's-
fucked my hair up, dude.
Right.
I
That's
can't.
all
I
right,
haven't.
though.
I'll be honest with you, because Sammy is Queens native, right?
Yeah.
Currently living,
Really?
and I used to live in Queens, and the only good barber I've ever had is in Astoria.
Let's go.
So I honestly try, if I could get like 2 haircuts a year, I would just fly to New York and get this haircut.
Sure.
Because no one has been able to cut my hair the way this guy cuts my hair, and it's so frustrating every time. I'm trying to support local business, and like I've had people take a shit in the middle of cutting my hair here before.
No.
I've had-
Take a shit.
Yeah.
No.
How did you
bro.
know? Could you smell it?
Because he was gone for 10 minutes, and then a toilet flushed, and then he came back, and he was like,
That's
He was
wild.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
happy.
He was bouncing
There's
into
joy.
the
He's like,
room.
"Oh,
Yeah.
That's what Daddy needed.
He was
Yeah.
floating.
Did
Yeah.
he seem lighter?
Yeah, he still hated me. There wasn't like joy at me. but
What?
he
That's
seemed
wild
like-
because
what-
we can't shit on stage. Like we can't like
Well, we
interrupt
have
the.
like stage health though.
You
Have
could run
ever
off.
Had to shit on stage, like it never actually.
No, it goes back
Yeah, it
in.
goes back
It
in.
always goes
or
back
pee,
in.
Like sometimes I've had to pee really bad before going on
Mhm.
stage, and then you go on stage and it completely
Mhm.
I vomited.
on stage.
On stage? What are you at?
Was it a
Slipknot
Were you-
member?
vomit
What is
attack?
this?
Were you
Huh?
on drugs?
I was sick.
Oh, you were ill. Okay.
This is at
Yeah.
the New Hope Cinema Grill.
One of the worst places locally.
Wait,
Never.
did you literally puke on stage while you?
Off to the side.
Did
I was
everyone
like-
see
Oh,
you?
that's polite.
And by everyone, I mean the 2 people in the audience. that
Pretty
heard-
much. It was like by a fire exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like performance art, though. I think.
Yeah.
That could be.
It fit the
considered-
set, honestly. They're like, this is planned.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I've never thrown out. I would have probably gotten off stage and went to the bathroom.
I did not. It was either that or just all over myself.
I would have went all over myself then.
Really? Not into a trash
This
can?
is what you
just
get,
off
you
stage?
dogs. That's what I would have said.
Uh,
Shouldn't be here. Comedy is bad.
Like I haven't gotten the light yet. I have to.
big baby sick. And then I'd throw up on myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Big Baby
good bit.
Sick
That's
is
not bad.
good. Big Baby Sick's really good.
I like that a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
Can I do that next time?
Yeah, just not when we're co-headlining a show together,
Oh,
please.
Big
Oh,
Baby
Vomit
Sick.
on
I
Let's do
love
it.
that. I love
Big
that.
Baby Sick.
What's happening? Yeah.
You got to do the arms like babies do. They're like,
Sure.
Yeah. A little feet kick.
We'll workshop it.
Little feet. Let's shave each other's heads.
Oh,
Come on.
Wow.
He
That's-
really just wants a free haircut. This guy.
I got clippers. I can buzz you up, dog.
Buzz me up.
I'm thinking about just doing that. This is not what the podcast is at all.
Yeah.
It
But
could be.
It could be. Yeah, it
Could
could be
be.
a haircut.
Ben, did
podcast.
anyone say anything weird to you this week?
Okay, so this isn't said to me specifically, but this is a bumper sticker I saw. This is the first time I've ever seen one of these, but I guess they're kind of prevalent. I saw a truck with a sticker on it, and it was like a guy kneeling and I think like a gun to their head, and it just said, "Kill your local, shoot your local." You might have to. I don't know. I don't know if you can say that, but that, and I was just like, where do you even order that?
Yeah.
Is
Wait,
that an Amazon?
so-
purchase?
Custom made. Yeah.
So the guy's kneeling with the gun to his head.
It's no,
The
it's a
gun
guy
is to his
kneeling, and then
own
there's
head.
like a gun to their head. I
Oh,
think. Like
I
someone's-
thought the guy's like shooting himself.
That's what I
was like,
thought,
this
too.
sticker
Right,
doesn't
that's
make
plain,
sense.
right.
He's
but-
the pedophile, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's an Etsy
ultimate
shop
cell
selling
phone.
those
Yeah.
stickers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where I'm like,
That's bizarre.
you can. I think we're all safely, maybe not Mike, but we're all anti-pedophile here. But like,
That's a Spencer sticker for
there's
sure.
there's no circumstance that I can imagine where I'm like, yeah, this is going on my Nissan Rogue.
You need
know,
to know.
I'm not throwing that sticker on anything. What is
That
it?
is wild.
You're not impressing
Wait, and it
anybody.
said shoot your local.
Yeah.
So just local. It has to be local.
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
no like
You gotta
radius.
start
Let the
local.
government
Yeah,
take care of the
Start
federal
local,
regulations.
think global.
We have too much access to stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm not even
it is,
asking you to
Sammy?
expand.
It's
Yeah.
too easy to make stickers now.
It's too easy to make most things.
Not any Joe Schmo should be able to make stickers.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't you have stickers for sale, by the way?
Well, those are my stickers.
Yeah, I didn't
and
want to
that
say
guy
where I
put it
found
on his
them.
car. So.
The brand is strong.
Yeah, you didn't see my handle in the corner?
No, he actually scratched it off. He was like, actually, just follow me instead.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Solomon? Want to say anything weird to
Wait,
you?
I don't.
Okay, we can go Sammy.
I need to think about this week.
You can
7
just-
days.
Let's give it. We can say
Just
this
in
month.
general.
In
I mean,
general.
Okay, okay.
Ben had a sticker, so
Yeah.
you know it can be anything.
Okay. You want to be
That's it.
antagonistic this time? Okay.
Ben had a sticker.
I
you
post
know.
I post the stand-up stuff on Reddit, and this guy, I've gotten a few comments on like multiple videos where it's like Daniel Ricciardo making some good points over here.
Okay, that's actually not. That's very kind. Daniel Ricciardo is hot as fuck.
Is he really?
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who
He's
that
an F1
is.
driver.
He's an F1 driver.
Oh.
He sucks at driving, but he is
Yeah.
very handsome.
People say it to me all the time.
I've never thought of that. I totally get it now. And like, honestly,
I'm gonna have to look at him because
he's
We'll look at him.
Australian, which, takes some points down.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I would
What?
say handsome. I don't
points
know.
down.
I don't
Oh,
like
he's
Australians.
gorgeous.
If you've ever watched the F1 show on Netflix, he's so fun. He's incredible. It's fun to say his name. They also like Daniel Ricciardo, absolutely brilliant race. Like
Wow,
he's
that's
so
good.
I love. He sucks, He's bad. But he used to be really good. So I totally get that with your face.
People say that a lot. I was walking through TSA one time, and this guy was like, "Hold up, you know who you look like, right?" He stopped me.
Yeah, you're like,
Daniel Ricciardo?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What do you think of that neck width?
oh wow.
He's got a good
We'll
neck.
throw this
wow.
up, Neil.
Strong neck.
Yeah, I don't do as much neck pivoting as he does, probably.
You could do
F1
some
drivers
bridges.
do like
Yeah.
workouts and stuff.
You could do
I really
some
thought more
neck
people would be on
bridges.
board with this.
I don't think that looks like Sammy
Okay.
from a female
Well, that's the end of the podcast.
Maybe the teeth or something. Just the
Just
teeth.
the
yeah.
teeth.
I just
Great
think
teeth.
out of all the things people could say any of us look like a handsome F1 driver is not bad. That's pretty good.
But
pretty
it is
nice.
also
It is out
often
of nowhere.
backhand where it's like, wow, Daniel Ricciardo's doing so bad at racing, he started stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like, so- I also get those too.
Yeah. that's
See,
where we
that's
get into the
tough.
danger zone.
Yeah, so but
That's
it's
tough.
also a little bit complimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to do some F1 inspired merch.
Ooh.
That would be sick as fuck.
That's not bad actually.
Yeah.
Stickers.
Sticker. Yeah, start with stickers.
Yeah.
Cheap. And then made to order F1 merch.
Mike, do you remember when we ran an open mic together?
Yeah.
And do you remember what that one guy walked in and said you looked who you said you
He
looked
kept
like?
yelling at me that I was Tom Green. Not even that I looked like Tom Green.
Oh.
And then
That's
I
the vibe.
Were?
huh?
That you just were.
He's like, you're Tom Green. And then I asked him to stop heckling other comics, and he's like, I'm sorry, Tom. Walked out of the
So it could be worse, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It could be way worse.
Tom Green, legend though.
That is true.
Legend.
R.I.P.
Okay.
All right.
I genuinely had to be like, wait, is he dead?
No, no.
Yeah, he's still
I just
alive.
killed him in my imagination.
Yeah.
Whoa. Sammy has superpowers. He's our first guest with superpowers. It's a pretty big deal. Okay, Salma, do you have anything? You don't have to
Okay.
have anything.
Well, it's not that recent, but
That's okay. You can
fine.
it
lie.
was an Uber. Okay, it was a couple days ago.
It
There
happens-
was
it's
an
happening
Uber
right now.
driver in Oklahoma a few days
Okay.
ago, in Oklahoma, and Bad Bunny, I guess, was in town for a concert, so we
It's
started
me,
talking
Bad
about
Bunny.
Bad
Yeah.
Bunny, and then the Uber driver was like, "Yeah, I don't really get Bad Bunny. Like, I never really know what he's saying." And then we had to be like, "Yeah, it's in Spanish." Like he didn't understand that. And then, but we had to say it like nicely to him. And
And where did he go? Was he like, oh?
he was like, "Oh yeah," like he was like kind of like, "Yeah, I guess you're right."
Yeah.
And then like,
I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But that was like a really strange like interaction.
I just
like
imagine
we
him
had to
going,
teach him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never really
Yeah.
thought of it that
Never thought
way.
of that. Yeah.
That's not just scatting he's
Yeah.
doing. What's he doing?
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Yeah, he's like, I
newfangled
never know what
jazz.
he's
Yeah.
talking about. Well, yeah.
That's so funny.
Tulsa education. baby.
what a like just nice thing just to be like, I don't get him. You know?
Yeah. Like he wasn't. I mean, maybe it was racial, but you know, not,
racial in the sense that he just refused to learn anything else about any other
right,
culture,
right,
to the point where he can't recognize any Spanish
another
at all.
language. Yeah, like
That's
he,
wild.
right?
Yeah,
that is
that's
kind of
pretty
crazy.
That's a whole nother
It's
level.
Oklahoma, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It
Who
made
knows?
sense. It fit the.
And other cultures don't want to go to Oklahoma.
Yeah, American culture doesn't want to go to
Nobody does.
No one wants to go there.
I don't think it's a fully bad place. Like, obviously, Black Wall Street was there, and like I do know a couple people who were there. And they have pockets of Oklahoma that are good, but in general, I don't know anyone who's really been there on. What happened? Did your car break down? Why were you there?
No,
How did you
it was
get there?
for comedy.
Okay, so outside of comedy, I don't know
Yeah.
anyone
Oh,
who's
yeah,
just
no,
gone
outside
to
of
Oklahoma on
comedy.
purpose.
Yeah.
Respectfully to all of our Oklahoma fans, we love you. Tell us why we should come to Oklahoma.
I mean, strip malls aren't that bad.
Strip malls aren't that bad.
Like there's everything's accessible.
Everybody's naked in them.
Yep.
They're stripping.
That's true. Everyone's naked in that subway in the strip mall.
Well, I think we can. That's our first segment of
Good,
you know,
good.
What a
Anyone
great
Say Anything Radio.
segment.
Yeah, it was really fun.
What a
We had
great
good
segment.
time.
I enjoyed it.
Did
Also-
you enjoy that segment?
No, I did.
I will say, I'm trying to be better about this. If you like that segment and you like this podcast, maybe you subscribe.
Subscribe,
Subscribe to the
comment,
pod.
like.
Leave a comment. Like us on YouTube. Follow us and subscribe to us on all the things.
Also, if you have parents with like a Roku TV, get on YouTube and just turn on our playlist and leave it going.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know where
Until
you're going with that, but I like
Big
that.
baby
Don't.
needs
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah. Leave it
going.
Sick baby needs play.
And
Yeah,
if you've
yeah.
got Tubi, it
Why?
doesn't really help us.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help us. But
you have
if
Tubi,
you got
why?
if you got Tubi, turn that off. Turn on our YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
yeah. There you
Go
go.
to Roku.
My
and just
special is
listen.
going to be coming out on Tubi.
Is that
For
that would
real?
be great.
I mean, not
I
yet,
thought
but
about
I'm
it.
speaking it into power.
I thought about it.
Why would you? Why you can say HBO?
Hey, that's good.
No.
That's
Speak that.
manifestation.
HBO's dead. Tubi's the
Streaming.
next level.
Yeah.
Tubi's the future and Sling.
Streaming residuals. That's what I want. I don't want a single time payout from HBO Max. I want to get paid 10 cents every time someone watches it.
Preach.
Okay.
Breach.
Voodoo.
Voodoo.
Oh yeah, that's one too.
That Tubi voodoo.
Tubi voodoo money.
That to-do.
You ready for the next
Tubi-doo.
segment?
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, what we like to do on this podcast is bring people on who are in the public eye and talk to them about, the weird stuff people say to you, online, offline, whatever. But what we also like to do, we want to get to know you a little bit. So the best way we feel like we can get to know our guests is to ask you, what is your explore page on Instagram?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
My man, his brain has been fried on the back nine. This guy has been shooting 18 holes a day. He does not remember any of this. That's all right.
It's just we batch record these so far apart from each other. And by far, I mean like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we
Listen,
literally
it's
just
on
did this.
me. I
So
need to incorporate some fish into something to get the
Yeah.
synapses firing.
Yeah, they keep those panic attacks.
You know what I mean, Sammy?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean.
get it.
Sammy gets it.
again, this is also a theme. I'm generally worried about you. Are you okay? Genuinely worried about
Genuinely
you. Not
worried.
generally worried about you.
No,
You're
I'm
good?
doing great.
Okay.
Don't check.
You
my
guys have a
explore.
great dynamic.
Yeah, we've known each other for a very long time, so I know when he's slipping off the rails.
Yeah.
So
He knows.
This
I may
feels
not
like-
know, but
this
he
feels
knows.
like-
He sees it out.
feels like one of the times.
He sees the cart.
When I rush in screaming about birds, he's like, "All right, it's gonna be one." I got to take the reins this one. Yeah,
Salma, what's your?
So do I pull it up or do I just say?
you can.
if you know
Oh
off the
no,
top,
yeah. Mine is just cats
Love
and
it.
like mostly cats. Baking.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
very wholesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's the most
pure.
wholesome.
Great.
Cats baking
You bake?
and. I just like looking at like
Baking.
baking videos, like how they're so quick and the
Sure.
ADHD
Yeah.
gets like stimulated when it's like putting all the stuff, the peanut butter and
Sure.
chocolate and it's good stuff.
So we're talking desserts, not like bread or
Desserts,
anything.
yeah, desserts only, desserts only.
What's your favorite kind of dessert?
Anything, yeah, peanut butter chocolate, anything peanut butter chocolate.
Ooh, yeah.
that's a good call.
Yep.
Yeah, cats, babies. I got some babies on there.
Baking some
alright.
babies, throwing a baby in the oven.
Shoot your local. Oh,
That's the name of this episode.
It might be.
Your local
It's
pet.
gonna be tough to top that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
on a Prius.
I'm kind of like back in with this, with
Yeah,
the
it's a fun
sticker.
thing to
Now I'm
say.
a little like, I kind of like the sticker.
I actually don't mind. I mean, the sticker sucks, but like, I think worse than the sticker is the guy.
I want to know who. Yeah, I
And
really want to know.
I feel
the
like I
guy.
know that guy, and there's nothing good about that guy.
like social justice
What
warrior
about the-
type.
No, not even.
Oh,
just
no.
like gun guy. Who's
Yeah,
like,
gun guy
let
for
me-
sure.
yeah,
Anyone I
gun
can
guy,
shoot legally,
yeah.
I'll
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
I want
I'm
an
the hero.
Yeah, I
excuse.
guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
And it's also weird to do it like the sticker was execution style, right?
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, I'll have to track him
Yikes.
down and find him again. And I don't
Yeah.
want to Google it on my own computer. But
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
Incognito mode.
Yeah.
So Salma, are we talking for cat videos? Are we talking cats like just playing around, or are they in cute outfits?
It's usually
or
like-
is it a combo of
It's like
everything?
it's comedy, you know. It's cats who are like a lot of chubby cats, maybe who can't
Yep.
really jump on top of the counter. For example.
Careful.
Like they aren't able to-
Careful. We don't body shame cats here.
Oh, I have an obese cat lover. It was my fault, and it's fine. I thought she was malnourished. Turns out she was normal
Yeah.
size, and then I just not normal. Anyways, she was just you know, I had overfed her, and she's
but
fine.
they
Now
but they
she's cuter.
appreciate
now
it.
she's just cuter.
They appreciate it too,
Yeah.
and it's like that's what I love about pets is they'll just keep.
yeah, she
eating.
just keeps eating, and I just keep feeding.
And
Yeah.
Americans like a thicker cat. Ever since
Yeah.
the
They do,
Kardashians,
they
I feel
do.
like cats
Oh,
have been thicker in this
interesting.
country.
Hey,
Yeah.
Garfield.
There you go.
Chris
Garfield's
Pratt.
big.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
original.
Garfield.
What does Chris Pratt have to
Yeah.
do?
He's the new voice of Garfield,
He is?
which
Look
is
at
in
him.
theaters
And
right
Mario.
now.
He just
Wait,
keeps
I don't
becoming
like
a bigger
that 'cause-
star.
Yeah.
But he's
Good
so
for him.
You're right.
fit. He's
I know.
so fit.
Stolen valor.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
should be me.
I don't really
He
like
used
that.
to not
Yeah.
be fit.
No, he used to not be
Yeah,
fit.
but I don't care. You're fit now, so
Yeah.
you can't.
Once you're in
Yeah.
a Marvel movie, you can't be Garfield anymore.
Who's
Yeah,
our
that's
ideal?
kinda-
Sorry.
Who's our ideal?
Like Jack Black.
Josh Gad.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
that?
I don't like that guy. Oh,
You said who's that? I was like, and you're like, I don't like him.
I don't like
think,
him.
I think that's the general.
I feel like he's like trying to be the super bad guy.
I
so-
don't
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
that? That's the best one too. Jack
Just-
Black's good.
Jack
Does
Black,
he
I
watch
think.
this?
Yeah, just,
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
guessing.
Josh.
I'm
Josh Gad.
But we don't even want him to
He's
watch
our
it.
one subscriber for sure. It's
He's
just
the
Josh
voice
Gad.
of the snowman in Frozen.
Olaf.
Yeah, that's
Olaf.
true. Good
I
for
see
you.
that.
He was
That's
he was
my-
in Book
That's
of
his
Mormon.
one credit in my.
I didn't see that either.
You've
That's
never
so
seen
funny.
Book of Mormon?
No.
Pretty good.
Too
Sammy.
expensive.
Really?
Yeah, I
We'll
wanted
get
to
you
go.
some
Too
comps. We'll get you
Wait,
some-
okay. Sammy, what about your explore page? I don't
All
want
right,
to talk about this.
So my explore page, this is really weird. It's like an oxymoron or whatever. So like when I would get on Instagram, the one thing that would make me get off of Instagram is like inspirational quotes about
Sure.
like going to like seize the day or like some
Sure.
Alan Watts type thing
Yeah.
or like a Lao Tzu, like there's nothing more valuable than this moment.
Mhm.
So my explore page is inspirational quotes about not being on Instagram.
Yeah, I can
What?
see how that's an oxymoron.
The
Yeah.
whole
Irony.
thing?
And the other thing is
Ass.
no,
Someone has to say ass. What
no,
have you?
mine is not ass. Mine is street fight knockout videos.
Oh, yeah. You are from Queens.
Knockout game.
So
Yeah.
it's those
That's
two, which is
It's like his Queen side and his Denver side
Yeah.
in one.
That's so funny.
Those have worked their way into kind of every algorithm that's even sports adjacent.
they should be there. They're the
Yeah.
most exciting thing you can see.
Yeah.
Like seeing a guy get knocked out is like what's
Wait,
more
video
exciting?
game?
no,
video
real
game.
life.
Oh, I thought Street Fighter was a video game.
No,
No,
real
Street
life.
Fight.
knockouts.
Oh,
like
actual Street
people
Fighter.
The
fighting.
Yeah,
inspo
yeah.
for Street
Yeah.
Fighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so like World Star type?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Knockout game.
Yeah.
Remember that? The
No.
height of that?
Knockout?
Kids are just like,
Yeah, they just
Oh,
run
just
up and
knock out
punch
someone on the
people.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fun.
so we never said, yeah, you're from Denver. You were
New York,
New
yeah.
York
we
right
live
now.
there, yeah.
You're friends for a
We're
long
friends,
time.
yeah, buddies.
We're
We're
pals.
bad at this. Actually,
No,
I
we're
think.
not.
It's
It
like
was
implied.
implied.
Good.
Oh.
Okay.
We'll put it in the description.
Yeah, you're like somebody has to have ass on their thing, and I
Yeah,
looked at
yeah,
mine. I
yeah.
was like, "Yep, somebody
Okay,
does."
yeah.
It's okay.
It's just if
don't
none
have
of
to
you
get
said
into it.
ass, it would have been a little like
Yeah, I think honestly, like,
I think it's unhealthy to have on my page outside of the knockout videos.
it's
Those are
unhealthy.
fine.
What?
Like if I'm looking at ass, I'm like, oh, I'm being unhealthy. But the knockout
Well,
videos in
Why
my
is
mind
the
are like,
knock?
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't-
Because I'm
straight up
American.
violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell when my mood is shifted, because normally if my mood is in a good place, it's a lot of like, I don't know, like anime stuff and just like black people being funny. And then if I'm in like in a bad place, it's a lot more ass. It's a lot more like comedy. If there's comedy on there, I've been like hate stalking somebody and being like, "God, this fucking guy sucks" or something. So clearly, I'm not in a great place mentally.
Right.
Just
but,
crowd work clips and girls doing gym squats.
Yeah.
Just
Damn.
name redacted comedian with millions of followers
Right.
and allegations.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wow, I have a name that popped up.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Where would it come
Name
from?
that comic.
Anyway, let's get into.
We
more
got
of
some
this.
topics.
Yeah. Wait, have you? I didn't time. Have you? Do you know where we're at right now? Because I know you have to go, Neil.
21.
Okay.
Excellent.
So that's crazy. that's really good.
21 is crazy.
So let me ask you two both this question. Do you generally positive, generally negative? How do you feel about being on social media? Like, what are your thoughts? in
Negative.
general?
Negative 1,000.
Yeah,
Hell.
yeah.
If you
Hell,
weren't doing
nightmare.
comedy, would you do
Nightmare.
this?
Hell,
No.
no. Off the grid. Off the
Nightmare.
grid. In a cabin.
Yeah.
Woods.
Woods, yep.
Never.
Yep,
Not
same.
doing comedy.
Have you
ever.
taken social media breaks? Like,
No.
like
No.
you've never
Can't do
felt
it.
you've never felt
Yeah.
the need.
I'll put my phone down for like a day or something. So.
Okay, no, day or two
My
makes sense.
phone- a
Yeah.
day?
I thought you were gonna say just in general. Like, I put my phone down sometimes.
No,
I'm
the
like,
problem
that's
is that's how people communicate now. Like with bookings and with
not- yes.
with just anything, like friends and like. So I feel like I have to be on Instagram to just be connected to people that I know.
Yeah, I would agree.
You
With
ever
And my
people-
grandma. Like
Your grandma's
Your
on
grandma's
IG.
on Instagram?
yeah, dude.
What's her Instagram?
Shout her out.
No. I
Yeah,
don't want.
what's
I
her
don't-
explore page?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Actually, I am.
Just ass and
I think it
fist
would be. I
fights.
think,
ass fist fights,
think it'd be
life
game
alert.
That's
shows.
episode title.
but no, I mean, I feel like we can't not be on. Like, it's really hard to be in this industry on not be on social media.
The only person I know who's not really on Instagram or anything is do you know Ethan Simmons Patterson? He's in
Oh
New York.
yeah.
He's not.
He's
on
so
anything.
funny. and
He's the
serious.
hardest person to reach.
Yeah, how do you book that guy? Because he's so funny.
If I needed to book him for a show tomorrow, I would have texted him 2 years ago, and then eventually he would get back to me.
Do you remember when Aziz Ansari came out with that special and he was talking about how he just like switched to a flip phone?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, like, you know, my life is better now because like it's harder to do that and like seek all that gratification. And then there was like a trend of like people who were like, oh, I'm going to switch to the flip phone now
Yeah.
and do this. And I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe I should like switch to a flip phone. And then I'm like, oh, wait, that's an incredible luxury. That
Yeah,
Aziz
that's a
Ansari
privilege.
has.
He's so
Yeah.
famous.
That
He's
is
a
not-
millionaire. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
getting
he's-
picked
Yeah,
up
yeah,
to and
yeah.
from wherever he needs to go. He has
Right,
someone who
he
can call
doesn't
him and
need
tell
an
him what to
iPhone.
do.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like he's kind of like being like, "Hey, have you guys tried like going
Right.
down to a flip phone?" It's like I'm not gonna work if I'm not on social media.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I go to a sidekick. Remember those?
Oh, those are
Yeah.
fly.
The
Hell
the
yeah,
keyboard?
dude.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fly.
yeah.
Those are fly.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
maybe a walkie-talkie to one dude I like.
Let's
Be like,
walkie, dude.
Big Papa checking in.
Yeah,
the
you know?
Nextel. Remember the
Yeah,
Nextel?
chirping at him.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fun.
Aziz, yeah, that's crazy because it's like he doesn't do any of his own
Yeah,
bookings
that's
or
so
fucking
annoying
anything.
that he would preach that because I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're a mega star.
It's almost like
he's.
it's almost like he's kind of phony. It's almost like he
It's
doesn't.
almost like he's a little
just says some
detached
shit.
from us.
We already burned the Mandel Bridge. Ben.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I
Sorry.
did.
I'll never.
Is he a subscriber to this too?
Yeah,
Aziz?
Oh, yeah.
everyone we bring up subscribes and then we trash them. That's actually
Yeah.
the secret. It's for
Joe
our-
Gad.
Fuck you, Josh-
Aziz
Josh
Ansari,
Gad.
your mom,
Joe
your
Gad.
grandma.
Joe Gad is.
I'll never get over you don't know
So-
who Josh Gad is.
Okay, let's.
That's so innocent and pure.
So before we get
You're
to some of
watching
the
fist
trolls
fight
that we
videos.
got, let me ask you this question. I want to start with you specifically. So you've done one of the OnlyFans sets, things, right?
Correct.
What was that experience like for you? Because I've talked to other women who
Yeah.
have done it, and they've had some nightmares in their DMs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny because like you're contractually obligated to receive dick pics, essentially.
So for people who don't know,
Is that in
I'm
the
sorry, I didn't
contract?
explain any of that.
I didn't explain any of
sorry.
that.
Okay, please.
Salma loves dick pics, and you should send. No, I'm just kidding. So OnlyFans TV has like a stand-up channel, I guess, or something.
They're
And-
trying to not be a porn website. They're trying to
Which
be
is
like, they're like, well, now we do
so
cooking
crazy.
and we do stand-up.
Yeah.
And
You-
everyone's like, why?
Do all
Yeah.
of that, but
Yeah.
just also make it porn. Like
Right,
you're so,
right.
the model is perfect.
Yeah,
Make
I had
the
to do the set.
stand-up
I had to do
porn.
the set barefoot.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Why did we all believe that?
I know.
It was just zoomed in on your feet the whole time.
I know your face was so worried.
Ben
You got
Ben was
so
locked
scared.
in.
I have so little faith in the industry that I'm
you
like,
were
yeah,
like-
probably.
You
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
were so worried.
No,
It was so
okay.
funny.
Just to maybe
That's
cut
a
this
great
out.
idea, honestly.
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
Maybe we cut this out because I think we can make money off of this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like comedy shows where people strip.
Yeah.
How dumb are you at you can't say this, but I can say this. How dumb are you at OnlyFans to not have one of the stripping stand-up shows as the thing? Why are you just doing normal
They've
stuff?
had to
Right.
have done that by now.
I don't think they have.
No, not stand up.
I
Not
think 'cause
stripping
they're making
stand-up?
They're trying to make the hard pivot and be like, hey guys,
Yeah.
like we're normal.
Fire whoever's idea that is, because this is better. I will make you money.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you've done the OnlyFans
Right.
like comedy.
Also,
stand-
I deleted my account the second I got my bag.
There you
I
go.
deleted it, so I can shit. I don't care.
Oh, let's
I'm not
go.
gonna-
So
Yeah.
tell
Like,
me about your experience.
so it was cool because I agreed to do it because it was at Comedy Works, and I was like, okay, that's like a cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
one
Like
of the best
I
clubs in the
want
country.
whatever I want to do it, but then you have to for 6 months you have to post twice a week, and then you have to like you signed a contract, and
Yeah.
then you just get dick pics that whole time, and then you can't like back out. I mean, well, you can, you just won't get paid, but yeah, you don't get paid unless you do the 6 months,
Damn.
and yeah, throughout that 6 months, you're just getting harassed. And
Are
like
they like
dick
thoughtful?
pics.
Like, hey, I really like that tag in the second part of your act. By the way,
Here's my
dick."
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
You
there
know,
a
some
tag on
of
my
them
balls?
were like, some of them were, but most of them were just. Well, a lot of them were like, "Do you do spicy content?" Every
Sure,
DM was, "Do you
sure.
also do nudity? Do you also? I would pay blah 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 blah." Like, and you know that
Again, there are comedians that do, and I feel like they're not featured on this. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is coming up to me now, but like it does bother me that like there is a pretty natural intersection of people who actually would be like, yeah, you can send me. They'd be like, you can send me a dick pic, you little pig, for $15, and like they could maximize on that.
Yeah.
And then there's also just normal comedians who are like, I'm just trying to get myself out there,
Yeah,
and like,
for sure.
please don't ask for
Right.
pictures of my toes. Like I'm good.
The
And I don't-
model of OnlyFans too now is like the top creators just have someone else moderating their accounts for
Sure.
them. So these dudes are just sending their dick pics to
Yeah.
other dudes. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You should bring your account back.
Yeah.
I'll moderate for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's what's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sad is they're like texting other dudes.
Yeah, send me your dick
Right.
pics.
Yeah.
Big Baby's about to get sick on them.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think she's always online, bro? There's a team
Right.
behind this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just very curious
Yeah.
about your experience with that because, like, it's weird in comedy. Like, you get these opportunities, and you're like, hey, it's money, it's exposure. I get to perform at like a club I like. That's a
Sure.
good club. But there is that like the thing I'm guessing they never prepped you for is like you were
Yeah,
gonna get
you will
an
receive,
avalanche
yes.
of penises.
No,
in your
no, they
DMs.
thought like they were like, this is a really good opportunity. Like this is it, and then it's just a disaster. The organization, like everything from top to bottom was just a nightmare, and it was like the show was good, but it's like everything they like didn't mic the audience. They didn't know what the hell they're doing.
Sure.
Like they, and it
Sure.
because they're new to the comedy space, and so it was just like, yeah, and then plus the dick pic. I mean, it was just like, whatever.
Would you? I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. Would you do it again?
Well, for the amount of money, like
Yeah, was it like a lump sum up front, or like did you have to complete?
yeah, so it was like
the
it was like a
contract.
certain amount up front, and then after the contract, the rest of it.
Hey,
So it's like I know a comic in Denver who was like, "Fuck this! I don't need the extra, so I'm just gonna cancel the."
Oh,
She was
nice.
like, "I can't do this."
That's
whoa.
great.
So then
Good for
I
her.
was like, "I don't need that amount of money that much, so I'm gonna I quit
Yeah.
because it was that bad." She's like, "I can't fucking."
If you get the amount though, it's like I would just hire someone. Just hire someone to run the account.
I don't know.
But then here's the
Get
thing:
the
is that like
bag.
they ask certain things like, "Hey, you have to go live 2 times." So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
well, I did
really?
Like, it's,
negotiate
like,
out of
specific.
that because I was like, I'm not doing that.
Good for you.
And then so they were like, okay, and it's supposed to be 3 posts a week, but I negotiated down to 2.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And-
will you be my manager? You seem like
I
really
mean, I
good.
literally just asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember when we were talking about negotiating?
Yeah,
You were
that's
like,
true.
I don't know
Actually,
how
I
to do
did.
it.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm a woman, I can't do it. But then I did do it because it was
Good
another woman,
Ah.
and we just
you two just apologizing to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Can we go lower? Do you mind if we
Yeah,
go?
yeah, yeah.
Do you I'm so sorry.
Yeah, literally, yes. And then, so I'm glad I didn't have to do the live streams. That
Yeah,
would've been
that
really
sounds
bad.
terrifying
Yeah,
on
that would've been-
OnlyFans. That
it would've
sounds
been
so
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Just chat roulette.
I was
basically.
gonna say
it's
There's
just chat
Omegle or
roulette
whatever.
2.0,
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
one of our friends, Eli, he did it and he had to go live. And I was like, "What do you do when you go live?" He's like, "Nothing. I just like go about my day." So it's like
Yeah.
him going
Yeah.
live, like eating cereal aggressively.
Yeah.
Like watching TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody is
There's
out,
a
somebody
market.
out there is into that.
There's a
yeah,
market.
someone,
Hell
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, that was. Thank you for sharing. You're the
Yeah.
first person we've had on who's done one of those. I think. So
So the thing is, you could actually schedule it out. So I could have sat down and scheduled everything for the 6
Mhm.
months, which is a good feature because like then,
sure.
but obviously like yeah, that just takes too much time. So I did the weekly, twice a week, and I just did stand up clips. Yeah, you didn't have to be nudity. That would have been great.
Did the clips like get good traction and lead
Like-
to any
like
growth
people
on any
tipped.
other?
Like
Oh,
people
that's
did
nice.
tip.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
I made like some money off of that,
That's
but
sick.
but then some of my like a friend of mine who did it, she was like, "Oh, I also you can post selfies," and I'm like, I can't. I just
Yeah.
can't do
Sure.
it. Like I could have gone maybe tipped more if I post selfies, but I was like, I just can't do it.
Maybe
So
you,
I just posted
uh,
stand up clips.
Yeah,
so
maybe you open the account back up. You post a clip from this podcast. You
Yeah.
Whoa.
share the wealth a little
Yeah.
bit. You
Yeah.
boys, you sick piggies will tip
Whoa.
on it. Come
Yeah,
on. What are we
sickos,
doing here?
Sickos, psychos.
I know you can like add monetize, but that should be a thing across all social medias. You should just be able to
Oh,
tip.
the tip,
You should just be
yeah.
able
Yeah.
to
I think that is the
Yeah,
thing on
on
Instagram's
YouTube.
always telling me to set up
Well,
my
that's a
thing. So
fun
But
fundraiser.
that's
Oh, the
ads, right?
subscription.
Isn't
No.
that
No,
ads?
there's like
No,
a
and no.
subscription thing. I don't know how.
they're always telling me to
yeah.
set up gifts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
Gifts?
Yeah, like so people can gift you, meaning like people
Oh,
can be
the
like,
gift.
Maybe they get
but you have
some
to set up like
socks.
your bank account or something. What?
So maybe they'll get you some
Like,
socks.
get this man
We
some
didn't
socks.
talk about that on the podcast. I
Right.
don't. Sorry.
He needs socks. He needs
Listen.
socks.
Don't tell everyone about my socks
so
or my lack of. This is an OnlyFans, all right?
Sammy is down to his last pair of socks. So if you wanna adorn him, here's what you can do. You can send him some socks. That's the best thing you can
I
do.
would love that.
That's,
You got a PO box?
No. But I will tell
We'll
my
work on
address
that.
on
Yeah,
the
he
internet for
was.
one pair of socks.
All right, let's get into some of the trolls that
We
were
got
talking
some
about.
other stuff here though.
Yeah, we
This
do.
other one for Salma.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of comments comparing you. They're calling you the female Mark Normand.
Yeah, that was one of my clips that I had recently, and everyone tagged him. And I was like, I didn't know why. And then my friend was like, it's because you do this in it. So that because I had
Oh
that was my second
God.
time telling the joke, so I was uncomfortable telling it. So I was like doing like weird face stuff.
Sure.
And so because I did this, I think that's what made it.
You were actually
Normandy.
thinking, and
I was
Oh, yeah, 'cause
actually-
he does a
he's always
contrived
like,
thing every
"Eh."
time.
Well, yeah,
where he
I was
pretend
like
thinking?
actually like I don't know if this bit is good. So I was like doing nervous ticks and stuff.
Sure.
Sure.
And I think that's why people were like,
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen you do stand up enough times, and I've never been like, you know what? That's Mark Norman.
yeah,
up
I get
there.
it a lot. Like I've gotten it in person, and then I get it online a ton, and I don't know. Because I mean, I've watched his stuff, but it's not like I'm like listening to him so
Sure.
much that I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
You
I
get
don't
up and you're
know.
like, comedy.
Yeah.
You're like, I just came up
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
I
don't
do
know.
say I'm Kevin Hart at the end of my set.
Yeah.
but-
That
Yeah.
is one of the funniest thing. I first heard him do that, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's probably
he did it
one of
on
the
late
fun-
night, which is crazy.
So hilarious, just to be a white guy being like, I've been Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
That is really good.
Then he
yeah.
actually like did a show with Kevin Hart.
cool.
Yeah.
And they
And then-
intersected.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that
And
for
Kevin
him.
Hart loved
Fun.
it. Netflix is a joke.
Do you want to wait? Did you guys have any? Did you have any trolls from anyone that you want to do first before we get into ours?
Yo, I had one on Reddit recently, but it's a little bit long.
That's all
I
right.
don't know. This whole podcast.
Let
is
her
long.
rip.
Okay, so I had this I posted this video. It's like a little bit of crowd work where I'm like talking about Finland.
Okay.
And I'm like, I learned about the prime minister of Finland, that she's like the youngest prime minister ever elected, and then like I have
Oh,
this
I know this bit.
realization
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I'm kind of like, oh, like I could be prime minister of Finland. Like, I mean, it's like, what do they do over there anyway? Like I've assembled their furniture. I ate their meatballs. I know. I got it.
IKEA.
Right? And then like I do this part, and then there's this one point where I do that, and someone goes in the crowd, they go, "That's Sweden." And then I go, you know what? You're right, that is Sweden. But I don't know what Finland does, so they're Sweden to me. And then I challenge the audience. I'm like, all right, what do you guys know about Finland? And everyone says something that's wrong, and everyone says something that's Sweden. And then I'm like, that's it. We don't know, right?
Yeah.
Us as Americans, we don't know what Finland does.
Is it Sweden or Switzerland?
Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Exactly.
We don't have time to get into it.
So here's this comment that this person left, which is a little bit long, but it's thoughtful.
This better be mean.
Very.
What if it's not? It's like, honestly,
Sorry.
I really like what you're doing.
Hot Ricardo.
Daniel,
No, I always
really
do something that has a little compliment in it.
Mm.
Very reminiscent of the 90s. We embraced ignorance so hard back then because it was before Google, and if you wanted to learn something, you had to physically go to the library and ask the receptionist where a book on Finland was, learn the card catalog system, and go to the aisle that has a book, find the book, take it to the table, read the index, find the section explaining your inquiry, and finally read several pages until you are satisfied with the answer. This whole process could take all day. Now you open your phone, type your question, and immediately get your answer. This whole process could take up to 5 minutes. This is why this comedy, and parentheses, and this dude is hilarious, by the way.
You sick son of a bitch.
Wait.
You sick son of a bitch.
Wait. Just belongs in the 90s. So he's saying I belong in the 90s. An extra layer of comedy is added here because he take the time to spend on stage asking the audience is more than enough time to answer any question about Finland. So my question is, first, before I tell you guys my take on this, do you agree with this comment?
Yeah, I mean, people used to go to the library. I agree.
And information is more accessible.
I was going to say there was a time before Google. Correct.
That is correct. Yeah.
Right? But what he's saying is that...
Do you agree with this comment? Am I hilarious?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's almost like an alt comedy bit, like Renan brought that up, where they're just like waxing into nothingness.
Yes,
you know,
they'll just keep talking for no
Right.
reason.
Like, I don't actually
That's-
really know what... He was kind of saying you were a hack?
Yeah, he was.
Because you belong in the 90s?
He was saying that my style is hack because it's no longer true that this style of ignorance is valid because you could just Google something now.
Oh, he's hack and lazy.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But then
Now
he
we're
also called me
talking.
hilarious,
Now
which is
we're
weird.
Yeah.
This
There
is
we
in our
go.
wheelhouse. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But he
all
did say
ignorance
hilarious.
is valid. Okay,
But then, so here's my whole point is that like the idea is that like I feel like it's interesting because it's like a blind spot. Like not a lot of people know a lot about Finland off the top of their head, regardless of the fact that we could still Google everything and we're
No.
supposed to be educated, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And I wish I could tell. If you're watching this,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's satire.
You could
Okay.
respond
Yeah, you could
to
respond.
the
Yeah.
comment. You could respond, although you don't want to engage, I guess.
You don't want to respond as yourself. You want someone else to respond for
Make
you.
another
No,
account.
I was gonna
Yeah.
respond, but then I was like, well, I'm already doing this podcast, so it's like
There you go.
I'll just do this
Just
and
send
send the
it to
link.
him.
Yeah.
you got to respond.
I
in
like that for
Finnish.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
And
it
it's
is very
crowd
funny.
work.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is crowd
I mean,
work.
I don't know. It's like, are you going to Google something on stage?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, what do
Are you
we
gonna
all
pull
know
your
about
phone?
Finland right now?
Yeah, still nothing.
Yeah, right.
White, mostly white.
Finland.
See, this is exactly what I'm
I
saying.
know it's fucking ruining our podcast right now. I can tell you that. That's what Finland's
Fuck you,
fucking
Finland.
doing.
Fuck you, Finland.
Okay, we have like 15 minutes max left.
Okay.
Probably less than that. Okay, so let's get into some of the stuff we found, Michael.
Okie dokie. So this is. Do we want to get into our trollbacks pretty quick, or do we want to do a few more?
Let's do a few more.
Okay, cool.
So we thought we did a couple that will write responses to them in your we'll defend your
Whoa.
honor.
That's
Wow.
cool.
And you guys can decide which ones you like better, and then we'll post that from our account.
love that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Eventually.
yeah.
We haven't.
Yo, that's such a cool idea.
We're trying. We're trying to do.
That's such a cool idea. Who
Yeah.
came up with that? All right, sorry, I'm not gonna take
No,
that time.
that's fine.
So we'll start with Sammy first. This is from there are only 4 types of trees jokes on YouTube. This is your friend Eland is coming to your defense on this.
This was amazing because I don't think we've ever seen such a rabid defense of another.
Elon does do that actually.
What a
He's done
great
that for me
bit,
too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Just
you.
a great bit.
We love the bit.
The
You
tree
should check
bit?
the bit out.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck you. Yo, hold on. She used some of her
Oh
time
my
on last night's
God.
show to shit on the tree bit. When
Oh
I did.
my
Oh, I
God.
was shitting on the audience. But anyway.
There's a little envy there.
Oh,
There, I feel like
you're
there's a
coming
little
back for your
envy
own
there.
solo
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Hell yeah, it
This
is.
Yeah.
90s hilarious tree comedian.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah. I wrote the Finland comment. I wrote it.
You're this comment too. You're Brian O'Reilly, comedian cartoonist. And they say technically a palm tree is a weed because of its root system.
Came in hot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Came in pretty hot.
Elon Stribling replies, not true. Brian O'Reilly, comedian cartoonist, goes, Elon Stribling, my bad. That's what I was told when I lived in Florida. But you're right. A Google search tells us not so.
So this ties
Hey,
back
this
to
is
what you're
nice.
just talking about, where it's like you easily could have
Yeah,
Googled that,
yeah.
but you just went off of some bullshit,
Yeah.
and now it's biting you in the ass a little bit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yo,
Then
I don't know Elon did this.
Wait, this is a nice
Elon-
interaction. How?
Yeah, this
No.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Elon
okay.
goes after him. He says, so someone told you and now you're an expert. That is your bad.
So the reason, yeah,
Elon is real for that.
Yo,
that's
good job,
the reason
yo.
we brought this one up is just because it's someone kind of coming at you in a light, like actually a palm tree, and then your dog just being like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah,
You shut the fuck up when you talk to my boy.
He
Yeah.
knows about nature.
Yeah, so
Right,
that
yeah.
so yes, it's not. And
Yeah.
also, I want you to know, none of these are going to be like, "Hey, you should kill yourself. You're ugly," or whatever. You know, like
I mean,
we took those out.
Yeah, I'm like, I think mine might be more like that than yours.
Yeah, people like me.
No,
People, yeah, mine are gonna go. She's hilarious, by the way. None of those.
I mean, there's some of that.
yeah.
You'll see.
But Brian O'Reilly backpedals and said, I never said I was an expert. You're reading between the lines. So that's how that ends.
That was just a fun exchange.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
thought it was
Yeah.
nice to see
Elon-
someone come
Elon
to
is
your
nice.
defense.
That is nice.
If he's ever in town, he's welcome on the podcast.
Yeah,
Let
I'll
him
tell
know.
Hell yeah.
But also, I do want to say, so that tree, was it that? No, let's do the. So you got heckled because someone heckled by yelling diversity at you.
Yes.
Repeatedly.
Dude, that
yes.
was crazy.
Can you talk a little bit about that experience?
So yeah, I
first?
was in Massachusetts at like literally the most prestigious liberal arts college in the country. Like Williams College was like right across from it, and I did a show in a brewery.
Not
and-
Harvard,
Yeah,
Princeton.
but
Yeah.
those are liberal. Those liberal arts college.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You're Harvard. Genius.
They're all white.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Anyway, so this is a prestigious university in this white area,
Yeah.
and I'm doing the show, and I'm just doing regular stuff, and then this woman goes, "Diversity," and then I'm like, whoa, like that was weird, and I
Yeah.
comment on it, and then a little more time passes, and she yells diversity at me again,
Yeah.
and then I like come at her, I'm like, what are you saying? Like, and she's like, I work at and then she's like letting her frustration out about her job. So she's like, I work at a college, and they shove it down our throats, and she's like taking it out at me, like yelling diversity at me, and then I just go off, and you kind of like see me like yelling at her in the
Sure.
clip. And I like engage in a back and forth with her. The audience ends up hating her. Right? Everyone
Wow.
claps.
Who could have saw that coming? That's
Everyone
crazy.
claps. And then everyone starts tagging because she identified herself in like her job. And everyone
Oh,
starts tagging the college
no.
and is like, is this who you're hiring? Is this
Oh,
who you're
no.
hiring?
Yeah.
What about this, Williams College? And then also racist people start getting in my comments and telling me
Yes.
that I'm like the racist or that
Yes.
like, look at you, you're making something out of nothing.
Yes. And also a thing I found when I was looking at this was that the Williams whatever school student paper wrote a story about this. Did
They
you know
did?
that?
Yeah.
Or
They
did I don't know if they quoted you in it or not, but they quoted like maybe the president? Was it someone? It was someone very high up, and she was like, "We're not actively looking into this at
Yeah,
all."
yeah.
I was like, "That's funny."
That
just to
lady
be honest
was
about
trying to get on paid leave for
Yeah.
this. She was like, "Oh, people are gonna
Oh,
tag the
yeah.
college."
I
and
found
tag-
her, by the
Yeah.
way, and she does have a high-ranking position. in the
Really?
college. Yep.
Really?
And was
Yep.
she like hammered?
it. Great question.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Brewery hammered.
Yep.
Ooh,
That's
Yep.
brutal, dude.
that's a heavy.
So I think we have some comments from that. Maybe not. I don't remember what we did.
We do not. But
Okay.
good story.
Good story.
That is a wild thing though. Like
Yeah.
so many times, I feel like you hear comedians be like, "Oh, it was brutal. They were heckling," and they're like, "Were they heckling or were they just like not paying attention?" But you legit got heckled in a way that was like
Yeah.
so. You almost have to like wrap your mind around it first and be like, "What do you mean diversity? What are you even saying?"
Yeah.
Before you can address it, which
Yeah.
is really weird. And do we know if she didn't get fired though? did
Nope,
she?
nothing happened.
If the college says we're not looking into
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
They're protecting their own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her quote probably.
Yeah,
she just
literally,
had to
and then-
address it.
yeah.
Yeah. She was like, "Let me speak on
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not looking
That's
into
so
this."
funny. She's like, I don't know. She's probably just having a bad day. You know, her husband's a dick, whatever.
Yeah.
You're like,
Right.
Just a
What?
couple
What's
bad
happening?
apples,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, she had a beer flight. We
Yeah,
all
who
know how that
knows?
goes.
We get what it's
Flight
like.
of beer.
she's having
you know.
hot
Get a little
flashes.
racist.
And, you know, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Get a little
Yeah.
slurry after a couple.
Yeah.
After a couple
More
sours.
ways than one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Couple hazy IPAs,
Yeah.
some menopause.
That'll
You
get
never know
me
what'll happen.
going.
And then we had one other one. You have this joke about American flags.
Oh
We-
yeah, I do.
We do, yeah. Life Through HDK says this guy simply puts sounds and seems anti-American.
Okay, so I have this joke where it's like I talk about how having a lot of like 4 really big American flags is
Mhm.
equal to 1 Confederate flag.
Great bit. What do you think about it, Selma?
No, I love that bit.
Wait,
Wait, why?
No, I was just kidding.
She
'cause you
hates
did-
most
'cause
of
you
my
did it
comedy.
before. where You're
Yeah.
like, oh, the tree bit.
Oh no, that's actually a good bit.
Hell yeah.
And then this guy calls me anti-American.
Yes. And
Which
then
is almost a compliment
Yeah.
in a way.
something very fascinating happens in this exchange.
And then you say dissent is the highest form of patriotism.
Is that a real quote?
That's
I
a
don't
real
know. I
quote.
was like,
That's a real
Yeah,
quote,
wait,
and that's a real quote, and it's
See?
like Jefferson or something.
okay.
Yeah.
Or
Wait,
like
did
Hobbes
you
or something.
put it in quotes or did you just say?
Yeah,
You did put
Yeah.
it in quotes.
But you
Put it in
didn't. You
quotes?
didn't credit it.
Did I credit
Did
it?
you
No.
credit it?
No, you did not do parenthetical documentation.
I
of
But,
this
should've.
reply.
but this guy's one of those guys who's probably like, yeah, that is Thomas Jefferson or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He probably knew anyway.
Right.
from
well,
the
he
beginning.
says, I can't argue with a fact such as that. Well played. Clap emoji.
Never
Wait, I
Yeah.
hate.
happens.
Right, that was
Yeah.
the
Never happens.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to say.
I converted a
hate
heckler.
these.
I
You
converted
can
a
hate
heckler.
them.
There have okay. All of these Sammy shit has been really positive. I don't like this isn't trolling. This is praising. We're praising.
It's trolling.
This is praise hole.
They're-
Praise hole featuring
Praise
Sammy. Oh, okay.
yeah.
You are my biggest troller.
Mine
You know
are-
that?
Yeah.
Mine
you
are
need
about to be
that.
so
That's good.
mean.
I've never seen someone so anti-botanical.
Well, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into some of yours.
But then you say your reply is that of a gentleman and a scholar.
a nice
Top
guy.
hat.
Oh
clap
my
emoji.
god!
Yes.
I hate. What is
it's just
this?
weird because you don't ever see people like, you know what? That was good.
Yeah.
I bid you adieu, sir.
Yeah.
How hard it is to
never happened.
Wait, so first of all, think about how hard it is to be a jerk on the internet, and then to have the self-awareness to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was wrong. This guy was right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, wow, this can be a good place. Good job, man.
It was crazy to see that. He started out by calling you anti-American, and then you're both like, honestly, not a bad guy. Like, you both loved each other. It's kind of crazy.
It's true. It's true.
You're doing good work out there, Sam.
Thanks.
We have a fun one for you, Salma. Let's do the one about. It's gonna start out a little intense, but the
Yes.
asking about her dad. or something.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Should we do both of them?
Yeah, just read all 3 of those together.
Yep. Okay. So this one is from Most in Ho 7. She's funny, she's got potential, but I can't help but feel sad about the fact that she has an Egyptian, Arab, Muslim background and is now living such a white lifestyle with sex and whatnot, talking about it on stage. I hope she finds the right path.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and then
no, I don't know. I don't read these.
I know that's why we.
Wait, hold. No, this one's not bad.
And then
This is a good one.
a beautiful thing happens. And I have a
Is
question.
this on
for you.
YouTube?
Yeah, this is on your don't
Wait,
tell
is this
Saturday.
my mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom. Okay,
Wait, don't spoil it. I haven't read
Sorry,
this.
sorry, my mom.
Miss Chris 1701 says, "Love it. She's very talented, and I wish her the best. By the way, I'm her mom, and I'm proud to have raised a funny and assertive girl."
Oh.
And then in parentheses, and no, there was never tongue kissing in the family.
Oh yeah. Wait. Okay, out of context, that's crazy. So I have a joke where I'd say I tongue kiss my mom, but my mom, that is my mom's YouTube.
Okay,
and
that was my one. I was like, is that really your
no,
mom?
Yeah, it is. And she
That's
like responded
amazing.
to a lot of stuff.
That's
defended-
incredible.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got
So
254 likes on that comment.
Wow, Mom.
She was
Nice, that's nice.
cooking.
Yeah, she really got
Yeah, that
your
was
back.
actually really surprising because I know she was that was for my Don't Tell set, and I know she was uncomfortable with it. And so
Yeah, with all the tongue kissing stuff, I could see.
yeah,
how
but
that's
also
looking.
like I don't know, she posts a lot of like she usually posts on Facebook like my daughter, like, but then she
Sure.
like didn't post the Don't Tell set, and I was like, oh, you didn't like it, and she's like, I'm uncomfortable, and I was like, but then she did that, and I was like, that's sweet.
That's very
That's
nice.
so
So-
nice.
And it's great that you can have that like honest dialogue of
Yeah,
like you're like,
yeah,
okay,
I mean, I
we're all
get
good.
it.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah.
wasn't quite enough to deter that guy who asked that question.
Yeah.
though. I think he had one on
And I actually picked this last one for the troll back too.
Okay.
Yeah. He says, "Hello, French mom, fellow Egyptian here. How does her dad feel about her talking so openly on stage? I know as an Egyptian myself, this could definitely case problems."
Yeah, you meant cause.
Yeah, no,
but-
my I was like case problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad hates me doing doing comedy.
Sure.
That was a long,
Does he really?
long pause. Long.
Does
no,
he
yeah.
really though?
Well, yeah. It's like
But isn't he
me-
all like a free thinker, like kind of like radical
Liberal cock.
Egyptian?
yeah. Well, no, I mean he obviously lets me do stand up, but it's just really the fact that there's no money in stand up. But also I can't imagine he likes that I talk about blow jobs and hand jobs and other jobs on stage.
Sure.
So not having a job.
Yeah.
We're giving out those other jobs.
Yes, not having a job, but doing the other jobs. Yes.
Okay. So we have let's do our response to that one.
Sure.
Did you do one for Sammy too? Or
Yep.
no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Yep.
So so you can choose which one you prefer, and we'll post the one you guys like
Oh my
better.
God.
So this is to the Hello French Mom one.
Okay.
You want me to read it again?
No,
wait.
I think
It's the last comment.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to read it again.
Okay. You want me to go
yeah,
first?
go ahead.
I said,
I have to think of mine because I forgot to write it.
I said, hello, internet stranger. How does your dad feel about you trolling women online?
Oh.
Have you ever asked him during one of your and his makeout sessions?
That's so good. That's so good.
Pretty good.
That's
good.
fantastic.
I feel like I don't need to go.
Yeah.
I love just
That's
taking
perfect.
their template and
Right,
twisting it on them.
That's good. I'm not going.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
an
go
L.
ahead.
I know an L when I
Let her
see
rip.
it. It's
Let
fun.
her
That's
rip.
perfect.
Yeah, and then we got one for Sammy here. The initial comment, we can go through all of it. Where is it? Yeah. This is from George Merkley. The edit provides no context and even less humor. Be funny, not political.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what they tell me all the time.
Yeah. And then he says, then you say, imagine being such a racist, angry dude that you take the side of another racist woman with allegedly no context for you to back her up, and you'd have our friend George Merkley here. And then he says, at replying to you, I'm not funny, so I call everyone racist. You're still not funny.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. People ate him alive in those
Yeah,
comments.
he
though.
wasn't. You're not winning. People were just too on your side on that one. He
Yeah.
should have just picked a different
Right.
battle. That was
No, yo, I don't know if you guys saw this in the comments. So he's this guy. He like went back and forth. He's like super racist to me and all that type of stuff. And people started researching him and
Yeah.
his wife in
Oh
the
my
comments,
Yeah.
finding their jobs, and then being
Yeah.
like, "Your wife works for at Verizon."
Yeah, I did
Is
see
this the
that.
type of
God.
behavior that
I
you
did see
want?
that.
You
I
know,
did
it's
see that.
funny. That's kind of what mine involves with him. I say, I'm not allowed within 50 feet of my ex-wife, so I've tried to have sex with her car. You're still not getting her back.
What?
Yeah, wait, what is
I don't even understand that.
I just took his template of I'm not funny, so I call everyone racist.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
like quote quote
Okay,
him.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought the perfect response to this one would just to be in all caps, write diversity 50 times.
Oh,
And then be like, God, that is really fucking annoying. Not as much as this guy, but annoying enough. And then just leave it
Ooh.
at
Wait, is
that.
that on the diversity clip?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that, but yes.
Yes.
George is definitely like tried to stick his dick in his tailpipe.
Yeah, man.
When
let's go
all the
dick in
people who were like
tailpipe.
against me, like their profile pictures are like a car or a
Yeah.
gun, or them with a car
Right.
and a gun.
Sure.
We've
Yeah.
discussed this before too. Is they'll say the most hateful shit, and you'll go to their profile, and it's like beautiful pictures of them and their family. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
It is
type of-
crazy just to pop
Dr.
off like that. And then
Jekyll.
I can
It's
just
so crazy.
I can look directly at your wife's face and just say whatever I want about it. You know,
Right.
that's very
No,
stupid.
social media is hell.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's hell. We're in the hell well.
I think that should be it for the pod. Mike,
Yes.
those are the two we're going to use.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent.
Mostly because you're very funny and I forgot to try. But we'll do it next time.
Well, it was a pleasure having you both on. Is there anything you'd like to plug before we go? Your socials, upcoming dates, dreams?
Mm.
Speak it into existence.
Mm-hmm.
To be voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
Catch my special.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Salma Zaky _ I tried to message Salma Zaky and she hasn't gotten back. There is an underscore.
Ben, any plugs? Or Sammy?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can follow me at Bad Boy Anzer.
Yep.
I have a web series where I take comedians to art museums to
Oh,
learn and joke
sick.
about art. So
That
if that
sounds
sounds
awesome.
like something you like, check that out.
Film
Very
one today.
cool.
You want to go?
At Just Mike Lesser on all social media. Yeah. And please like, comment, subscribe. Put this playlist on your parents' YouTube Roku television.
Yeah, our audience is all 12-year-olds, so it's like it's got to be your mom and dad's playlist.
And
Yeah.
Joe Gad.
Joke ass.
I'm at Shaq Katzner on everything. Please follow me. I'm trying to get all my subscribers up on everything, on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever. I have a weekly show called Darlings in Minneapolis every Thursday at 9 p.m.
Fire.
Please come to that. It's
Go
good,
to it.
even though it's
Fun.
light in the summer. I'm trying to
It's
Lump it up,
fun,
baby.
it's
It's
fun.
Summer's
Fire.
tough.
summer stuff, but we're having a
Summer
good
stuff.
time.
Getting those reps.
I will also say Mike and I are going on tour again. We're
Ooh.
bringing back the Crumb Kingdom tour, second leg. We got some dates being announced soon, but I can tell you we're going to be at the Creek in the Cave in Austin in August. We're going to be at Dallas Comedy Club in August, and then we're trying to get somewhere in San Antonio in between those dates. But we're Texas. We're coming to you. Give me a gun.
Producer Neil, too, he is off mic, but Seven Swords for all of his music. He has a new weekly show if you're in the Minneapolis area
Ooh.
at West End Mall that I just did. It was fucking awesome. And until next time, you can go to hell.
Yeah, go to hell. We tell people to go to hell.
Go to hell. Go straight to hell.
Get out of here. Go to hell.
Go straight to it.
Love you guys.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.